as we head into game number 2, ano ang drafting prediction mo, GG? Ano first pick? Wag tumingin, pick it!
Wag tumingin, pick it! I wanna see, well, the Ziggs has been taken away. Seraphine is still an option, but I want on the side here of Artemis to go on kind of countering the engaged composition that Lakan Esports Hiraya are constantly making. It's usually go for anti-engage. Seraphine is always an option. You can go for poke. However, you need a strong front line, of course, to allow yourself to have that necessary damage sustaining. So Leona would be a very nice pick. It has a really good crowd control. It can stop the engage of Lakan Esports Hiraya. But you need more firepower because Kai'Sa is good at dishing out damage, but you kinda need more. So the Camille is a really good pick because it's good alone on the side lanes. It can have a really good split push potential, and it also has good team fight presence because of that Hextech ultimatum and that hook shot wherein you can enter at any angle. However, Ramos.
Oy, Galio. Ramos, Galio. That's gonna be a thing. That's gonna be a thing. I'm already seeing the potential of it. It can be very scary in conjunction with Aiko's solid performance on a Brom. Can be a possibility, but this time, I feel like NUV has the better tools. I like that Leona pick because that's an instant lock and possibly it could even stop Saya from using Feather Storm kasi baka burado na si Saya bago niya pa magamit yon. That's a Kai'Sa at the end of the day, and paired up with a Leona can only mean that it could be pick-off City. At the same time, they have a Seraphine to disrupt. They have a Camille to practically negate the impact of anyone diving in by locking them down with Hextech Ultimatum, just like what you said. But the thing that makes their lineup beautiful now is because it's gonna enable Kai'Sa. Lots of the attention is gonna be going onto the Leona, the Camille, the Seraphine, the Garen. Can practically take away the spotlight from the Kai'Sa, allowing the Kai'Sa to free hit until it comes to a point where the Kai'Sa is such a big threat that all that NUV need to do is practically front for the Kai'Sa. Just make sure that the Kai'Sa doesn't die. At the same time, ganun rin naman ang gagawin dito ng side ng Lakan. They have 3 tanks to practically make sure the Saya does not go down. At the same time, they have an Akali to go for the backline pickoff. So either way, solid drafts all around. What do you think? Who's gonna win this draft? GG. Bold prediction!
Yeah, well, before that, of course, I'd like to say that both teams really want this to win. And of course, the best type of wins in life are meant to be shared together and experienced together with friends. So with smart double giga games, subscribers get 2 GB of games every day for League of Legends, Wild Rift, Call of Duty Mobile, Mobile Legends, and Facebook Gaming. They can double up on building their skills for good games and good times with friends. That's double GG with smart double giga games. Subscribers can register by downloading the Giga Life app or dialing *123# and choosing double giga. And my prediction here is that Nos Una Victoria Esports Artemis will take this to game number 3 because they drafted a very, very beautiful composition.
It's out of the box now. It's not like the usual stuff we're gonna be seeing from the pro leagues where everyone's gonna be rushing for the key picks, the scary ones. This time they're throwing out things that we don't usually see anymore, like a Ramos. We don't usually see Leona. Diba? Ngayon yun yung mga ginagamit nila and it's looking really, really nice in the coming team fight. Not to mention, no, may gumugulong na soccer ball.
Yeah, we're also seeing a very a weird thing happening right now. The support is assisting the mid laner here on the side of Artemis, and the Kai'Sa is actually going solo in the bottom lane. Well, she will be able to be a bit more safe given that Lakan Esports Dragon laners doesn't really have a gap closer. At most, they have a slow, but You have the movement speed increase with Kai'Sa's third skill, so you're kinda going to be safe. At most, you just need some visits from the junglers, maybe even the mid laners as they're heading down to the bottom lane. But it's kind of a difficult thing to gank bottom lane right now because of the good vision that Lakan Esports established. Top lane though, it's a different story.
Yep. It's a big chase down onto Mazikin. This time, Mazikin is the one on the Garen, but Pei has an Akali. Early game, this may be in favor of Pei on the Akali, but as Mazikin ramps up on the tankiness, might be very hard for the Akali to shut down the Garen. But so far, no, there might be an engagement here. They're chasing after the Leona. The Leona gets chain stunned completely into the shield of Duran. That first blood goes down, and now Lakan answer. They take one, make that a double as the Galio also takes Jai out. That is the Kai'Sa going down for a couple of seconds, and that first blood is brought to you by ePlayman Wallet, your digital wallet for gaming and entertainment.
Napakaganda talaga nun, di ba? Oh yeah, let's go! ePlayman Wallet, definitely! Sobrang solid niya, pero mas kasing solid din ng play na ginawa doon ng Lakan Esports Hiraya. Definitely, it's a bit of a mistake there by Artemis on engaging with the numbers disadvantage. It was a group of 4 going up against 3, and definitely it was in favor of Lakan Esports Hiraya because they built a really strong team fight based composition, and you don't have the necessary damage yet. You don't have the Encore, you don't have the Solar Flare to prevent them from engaging or disrupt at least their wombo combo. But it's a very big struggle now, given that some of the members here of Lakan Esports got the kill. PJ Su definitely is scaling a lot now, even if it was a 2 versus 1 bottom lane laning phase. It's a close level 6. It's a close in terms of XP here, even if the Leona is back on assisting this Kai'Sa.
Yep. And you know, this 2K gold lead, it's great and all, but it also goes to show how scary it can potentially be going into the dragon fight, which is going to start in a couple of seconds. This is the first Drake. Being an Ocean Drake means that there is that potential for sustain, and it's something that of course NUV would want, because they need that sustain to stay alive and be tankier than the likes of Ramos, Galio, and Brom. Diba ako unat na nun eh. Why don't NUV get the Ocean Drake to match up in terms of tankiness? Yun nga lang, no, minention natin na 2K ang lamang dito na ng side ng Lakan. It's not gonna be easy for them to contest, but if they use a Solar Flare in perfect timing, can be very big. Yun nga lang, parang masyadong late na ang control dito, ang reset, ang steal, kung ano man ang pwedeng gawin dito. This is looking like a free Ocean Drake now. The Encore is already committed, cutting in from the back line. It's gonna be Pei chasing after the Kai'Sa. The Kai'Sa's already gone. Seraphine is being flashed away, running out, and Leona tries to flash out as well. The stun is there out to Pei, but the damage is real as the Leona goes down, as Lakan yet again take 2 and an Ocean Drake to boot. Very big win now for Lakan Esports.
Yeah, another win by Lakan Esports Hiraya, especially with the play that the Galio made in the start of that team fight, zoning out Xayah, and it was a free dragon already. It was weird that NUV still committed to that team fight, and it led to more casualties on their side. That's why we're seeing this 4,000 gold lead of Lakan Esports Hiraya, and they're slowly but surely scaling up, negating now even the counter picks of NUV.
It's tough. Pero ano, you know, if we break it down, parang ang pangit ng timing nung uwi ni ni Leona, but wait. Oh my god, that's disastrous. You take out Aiko there, PJ nearly goes down, and Mazikin stays alive through it all. especially with the help from Nyx on that sustain with a follow-up stun route and everything. You do not want to see that happen. You're giving away gold to a Garen. Yes, it's only to a support, but that's value support because with the support going down, they know for a fact that, okay, maybe we can contest this Herald. And if they continue doing this, they know for a fact as well that Saya is pretty low and they cannot go join the fight. But wait, Shield of Duran, into the ult, into the dive, and that's the Kai'Sa's already out. With the Kai'Sa going down, it's a double now for the Galio. The Galio's way too much to handle. They will be able to take out Pei, but the answer back is gonna be a triple onto Penguin. Like absolutely nothing there. 2-7 with a 4K gold lead, especially with a big triple on the Galio. That's free Herald. I don't think they have enough time to even try to contest this.
Yeah, that taunt by Penguin definitely allowed Lakan Esports Hiraya to win that team fight. It was essential, and with the roaring slam of the Ramos, it was just pile after pile after pile. And NUV kind of struggling right now. It's still going 5k deficit. But they're showing potential. This Kai'Sa is definitely dishing out the necessary damage. It's still a little bit short, but at least they're trying right now, and they're trying to make trades here into the bottom lane tier 1. They're rotating as well. They're going to invest a lot of members to maybe dive this bottom lane. And it will be essential. They need to shut down this Xayah in order to gain even a short advantage, because Dragon is going to spawn in the next few seconds, and if Lakan Esports bottom lane extends, this will be the go signal. And it goes.
There goes a dive. Benz is gonna come in. Lots of free hits now coming in from Jai, but the Glacial Fissure onto 3 is perfect. Saya now popping the root. Is it gonna be enough? Here comes the Ramos for the turn. Turns it around, takes out Camille, and now it's gonna be Giant Benz running away. But there's a flash in from the Ramos, tanking it, and a shield of Duran into a double from Saya, taking out the first tower, and they're going for more. It's not over just yet. The Encore is gonna be connecting out the 4. The Gallia is gonna be shoved back, but with a big bad Herald shove it in, they're gonna be able to take that out and run away with it without any casualties. My oh my, Lakan, they are shooting perfectly right now.
Yeah, it was a bit of a struggle, definitely for NUV. They took a while to try and get a kill onto PJ Su, but it was started a little bit mistimed because Leona went for the Solar Flare on top of that Zenith Blade, but the Camille wasn't there yet with a hook shot onto the Hextech Ultimatum. They managed to back away a little bit, and the Ramos was right at their back on top of a Galio ult. So that 3v2 turned into a 3v4 quickly in a very short span of time, and definitely Lakan Esports with a teamfight based composition is pulling it strong right now.
Yeah, it's the timing, no? It came down to the first Drake. Pangit yung timing ni Ben sa pag-reset, so there was no Solar Flare threat. They could not contest that Drake in time, and you are seeing the timing from the jungler Joey B diving in right on cue to go for the steal. But speaking of steal, they're gonna attempt the steal, but they're not gonna be able to do it. That's Joey taking in the smite and taking out that Mountain Drake for themselves. The answer back though is Ben's going down. Free hits right now for the Saya. Encore's gonna be connecting, but Ben's and Sia are already out of this fight. It's not over yet as Penguin tries to go for a fight here. They're gonna catch out Jai, and with another casualty, that's the Kai'Sa going down for 22-13. 10 minutes in, firing on all cylinders is Lakan Esports Hiraya. They can push down this mid lane first tier, while Joey B goes in for the second tower here bot side.
Woo! Yeah, it's a very fantastic team fight that Lakan Esports Hiraya are constantly establishing. With the Ramos pick, this is a rare case scenario that we're seeing right now. It's the first time I've seen a Ramos in a tournament, and Lakan Esports really pulling this off with a Galio on top of that in the mid lane, which is not a meta pick anymore because of the recent nerfs. Normally we see it as a support, but Lakan Esports pulling it strong right now in the mid lane, and it's definitely working for them right now.
10k gold lead right now. Make that 11. They're gonna take this tower out and increase that lead to 12. 2 Drakes under their belt. NUV backs against the wall. What can they do right now to stay alive and force a game number 3? The Kaisa slowly scaling, but the map is slowly shrinking for NUV. Can they actually do anything about this right now? GG.
Well, it's going to be tough to try and dish out damage onto the frontline members of Lakan Esports because they have 4 frontliners, including Pei, with Akali trying to get a kill onto Jai and the Nyx. So it's going to be tough, but there's still a very nice chance. And they have to wait for Lakan Esports, Hiraya, to make a mistake, honestly. In terms of overcommitting, being a little bit uncoordinated. They're not showing signs, but it's still possible. Kaisa can still scale up pretty well, and with the based on health damage that she can deal, definitely it's something that they should be considering, but not something like this. Overextended Garen definitely being punished here in the top lane, and that's already Baron here for Lakan Esports Hiraya because of that.
Yep. And it's not gonna be a problem for the Galio to just protect this first tier tower because a hero's entrance back into the Baron pit is surely possible. Pei, on the other hand, pressuring that bottom side. There is no contest whatsoever coming in from the side of NUV. This is a free Baron while they chase after the Akali. Might not be a good idea because with an uncontested Baron means it's an open second tier tower in the top side as well. They know for a fact that they were chasing the Akali and they're gonna try to stop the recalls coming up here. They pop that on card to dive after Akali. If the Akali survives, possibly dashing away, and here comes the shield of Duran onto 4 members yet again. They're staying alive while this is all happening. They're finally gonna take out 2, but the base is in shambles. They're gonna take another tower out, and now while the 4 scramble for a reset, they got what they came for. They're actually gonna go for the GG again. Icor gonna pop the glacial fissure. It's gonna keep him alive, but the free for PJ, it's a little too much. That's a double on the Saya. They're trying to fight for this Nexus right now. They're gonna back off. Kaisa's gonna come in, but oh my god, Lakan with the play there, knowing the position, they went for the jugular, and they nearly did it in 2-0 fashion. Not just yet though, because NUV shows signs of life. They protect their Nexus and fight another day.
Yeah, kudos to NUV. Really trying to get kills there in the bottom lane. They managed to get 2, and they actually secured a kill onto PJSU. That is a good shutdown onto this Xayah. They're showing potential, but will it be enough? Lakan Esports, like what you said, took down the inhibitor tower in the top lane, nearly even ended the game. If NUB was a little bit too late onto recalling, it would have been GG here by Lakan Esports. But this time, with the 3rd dragon being started, it's going to be crucial here for NUV. They shouldn't contest this because this is not an Elder Dragon yet, but they're going to try. Ben here is going to spot someone, and a team fight might just break out in the next few seconds, but they're disengaging. This is a smart move. They need to defend, they need to shove the lanes, they need to avoid team fight in 5v5, but it is going in right now.
They're gonna just go in immediately, but look at that catch yet again! Bez is already out! They got Matsikin! Jai, can you actually free it? No, they're just running away from it! It's just way too much damage coming in from Lakan! Hindi na nila kaya sabayan, and all they can do now is watch as their towers crumble. This could be GG right now, and no pun intended, Giyang Gaming, because this Galio right now with a capital G is just doing it like a G. Finally getting shut down by the Kaisa though, and now Lakan, we may have smoked too soon. They actually catch out the member there, but wait. That's a flash away. Jai's being chased down. Pei coming in! There we go! That's the Kaisa down! A shutdown by Pei! And with the towers fallen, who's left to protect There's 4 members left right now. I don't think they're gonna push for more because with Baron spawning in 20, if they get wiped here, they give a chance for NUV to come back. The Camille though has other plans. They want to fight after Pei. Pei's just dodging, dipping, diving. They can run away. Gets finally stunned. Hextech ultimatum. Pei's trying to outplay, but it's not enough because that's just way too much coming in from NUV. 7 to 21, you're seeing over 10,000 gold. While this was all happening, so much delays, so many ultimates committed, and while they're busy protecting the base, Lakan Esports are taking Baron.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult now for NUV because they don't have that much wave clear. They have to rely on the Garen, maybe Seraphine, but mostly onto Jai to just shove the lanes. And with the Baron buff, it will be a lot more difficult. We see the waves crashing in slowly as they are on Rampage right now, trying to end this game right now. And Lakan Esports are definitely going in for the final push. Let's see what will happen.
This is a Baron buff already. The teleport's gonna be coming in. They're just gonna finish the Nexus here. That's a solar flare, but it's just not enough in the tank. That's Lakan Esports taking the series 2-0.
Yeah, very fantastic team fight and game there by Lakan Esports. Hiraya definitely pulling off a team fight based composition once again. This time with a Galio in the mid lane and a Ramos jungle. That is something to take note of in terms of having potential with non-meta picks. And yeah, look at the score, 21-7. Galio having 10 kills, 17 kill participation on top of that. And well, kudos to NUV. Definitely they did their best. However, it was really not enough. Although they got some kills, especially trying to come back in the bottom lane. However, in terms of trading objectives, trading kills, it was always in favor of Lakan Esports. And yeah, I want to check out the graph, honestly. Let's check out the gold graph. Yeah, it's definitely just a one-sided fight. We're seeing some scenarios wherein NUV we're trying to come back from that game. That's why we're seeing some parts being plateaued. However, if we check out the damage charts here, the damage graph of every champion, let's check it out. I want to see how much damage the Kai'Sa actually dealt, and same with the Xayah and the other carries. Yeah, PJ Su definitely dishing out so much damage because of, well, it's the feathers, the passive AoE damage all throughout the team fight. And since she has so much peel, given that they have Brom, they have Ramos, they have Galio, even the Akali can save the day in terms of allowing PJ Su to just free hit all over the backline. It's a good positioning here by PJ Su. Comparing it to Jai, wherein she's constantly being dove upon by the Ramos, the Galio, even the Akali. That's why we're seeing Jai not having that much damage. It was close to Nyx, but their damage output is kind of based on how low the HP is of the enemy champion. And if they can't get it to low, they can't get it much of a critical strike. So it's a good struggle. It's a good fight that NUV made against Lakan Esports Hiraya. But it is Lakan that will take game number 2 and secure this series 2-0. So congratulations to them. They will move on to the next round. And yeah. Any final thoughts, Izaq, before we go on to a short break?
Oh no, you covered everything perfectly, my friend. That was some good analysis right there. Cannot have it any better than that coming in from Gian Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what it is. Congratulations to Lakan Esports. Moving on to the next round. We have another series coming up. Syempre, Empress Phoenix, Vipers Infinity Squad. We're gonna be seeing a lot of those Vipers in the chat later on. But for now, we're gonna be taking a very, very quick break. We will see you guys in a bit.